Hey, vinyl community, Jeff here again. Gonna just take a look. I had a couple, these have come in actually over the past couple weeks. I just haven't had, pulled them together to show them at one time, mainly because one came in yesterday. So I thought, I have a couple stragglers here that I haven't shown recently. These are more of those price drops on Amazon.com. Again, I monitor the site using third-party software that monitors my wish list, and when an item falls below a certain threshold that I've set on that item, then it alerts me via email, hey, an item has dropped the price you're looking for, and so I jump on it if it's worth doing. And in this case, these were worth doing. And actually, I jumped on one this morning that drastically dropped, but I'll show that in another video because it's not here yet. So all right, last minute addendum. I made the other video about Amazon deals, and I mentioned in that video that I had another one coming in, and it came in before I got that video posted. So I'm inserting this into that. Yeah, this came in. This is Mad Max 35. This is called 30. Oh yeah, it's right there. I was going to say, where is I didn't see the title. Mad Max 35. This has been on my wish list for a while, and it dropped to $11, brand new. And I didn't realize it also comes with the CD version. It is on red, black, marbly looking. If you're not familiar with Mad Max, you may be and maybe you don't, but they were an early 80s band. Where are they from? UK or somewhere over there. They had an album out like in 82 called Heavy Metal. They had an album in like 84, and then one like 80, I don't know, there was three of them, 87, 89, 80 something. So they had like three in the 80s, and then we were kind of gone. So they're at the time they were kind of a little more of just a hard rock metal band. Then in like 99 they resurfaced with, I guess, what would be considered more or less a reunion type album. And then they were gone for a while, and then in 2006 is actually when I rediscovered them. That's when they basically came back started, and they've been kind of consistent since then. Since 2006, they've probably released, more than 10 albums. I don't know. This album is 2018. They've got like 2 albums since this album. They have an album that came out in 2022. So they're still rolling and going at it. The band has become, in my opinion, from the earlier days, they're a bit more melodic, very much the kind of stuff you would hear on, well, I think of it like those type of bands that come on Frontiers Metal. I think their earlier stuff in 2006 was on like that Heavenly AOR, which it's not AOR, but it's got that, very melodic appeal at times. Michael Voss is one of the main singers. He's one of the main guys in the band. And Michael has done a lot of work with Michael Schenker in recent years. In the past 10 or 15 years, he's appeared on both singing and background vocals and writing with Michael Schenker. But he is like one of the mainstays in this band over the years. So anyway, there you go. Just wanted to throw this one in. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Like I said, they have 2 more albums out. Just great melodic in that, melodic metal hard rock feel. That's it for this one. Back to your regularly scheduled program. I picked this up, Waiting for the Dawn by Inner Wish. Been on my wish list for a long time. Inner Wish, overseas band, power metal, standard stuff. I've been into them for a handful of years. Good stuff. They're on Alterium Records out of Sweden, I believe. Anyway, whatever. Alterium Records has lots of cool bands on it. To me, they're, it's very similar to like Frontline. I usually find that almost any band on Alterium Records is going to be, in my wheelhouse when it comes to sound. It's just, the melodic power type metal. I have one other Inner Wish album on vinyl. I have all of their stuff. They have like 5 or 6 albums, and I have all of them digitally. A couple on CD. One other one on vinyl that I guess I remember buying that, I think, on Amazon. It dropped too, but this one dropped also. And it, I can't remember exactly what it said because it was a couple days ago, but it was described as possibly damaged, possibly returned or opened, but I couldn't tell any of that. Now it wasn't in this plastic. It was in a sealable bag that was, the kind you just peel off. Maybe it was open. Maybe they put it in that. Other than that, it looked brand new. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know if somebody got it. They returned it. It's on black wax. I mean, it's brand new. but price-wise, it like dropped in half. These are imports, and so they're not the cheapest. They're not always that expensive, but they're not the cheapest, and it dropped down into the teens, low teens, if I recall, on this one. This one goes back a little ways. Steve Vai. This I got. Passion Warfare has been on my wish list in various forms for a couple of years, probably waiting for it to drop, and it's gotten reissued. I think there is a 2-album version out there. This is the single one. This is actually from 2000 and it's a 1990 release from 2013. And again, it was listed as opened or something. The album is brand new. I think what it was maybe the person returned it because it's got like a couple dings on it. I have to assume. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but the cover has a ding or two here or there. It's a crease, not even a ding, just kind of the corner's kind of creased there. You probably can't see it. Anyway, great album. This is, the second Steve Vai album. This is his instrumental stuff with lots of quirkiness. I love this album back in the day. I still love it to this day. And he's done so much great stuff. But this is just a really fun release. I think this is just on black. There's colored versions out there. There's double disc versions. Yeah, it's just black. This is one of the earlier pressings. And yeah, I'm happy to have it. Again, it dropped down into the low teens, if I recall. It was, yeah. Because this album stays, it's been on my wish list, but it seems to stay in the 30-plus realm. So when it dropped down, even though it was the single disc edition, the single album edition, and it was, the older pressing, I'm like, that's fine with me. Sounds great to me. And then this is the most recent one that just came in, Dream Theater. This is another one of their live or bootleg, official bootleg. They've been reissuing these. I've shown quite a few of these in the past. I'm getting quite a collection of these. They put them out with these generic kaleidoscope-looking covers. This is live in New York City, 1993. This would have been the Mike Portnoy years. This was one of the ones that was released on CD back in the day by Mike Portnoy. So I do have that. This is a remastered edition. It is on vinyl. And, it lists for like $49. It's a 3-record set. Lists for like $49. I watched it drop into the 30s. And then the other day when it dropped into the low 20s, I'm like, yeah, let's grab one of those. So, I won't drag it out or anything. It's on black. There are multiple colors available, different, colors for overseas and stuff. It's a gatefold, 3 records in a double gatefold. They just stuck the album in between the two. And the gatefold just has a couple pictures. It's not worth dragging all out. A couple pictures. Are really minimalized when it comes to packaging for these. They're just pumping them out. But, they sound great. And it's cool to have a lot of these represented on vinyl. Like I said, I'm a little more picky and choosy on some of these. There's a couple that I'm like, I got the CD. I don't need all these outtakes in the studio. It's like, take 1, take 2, take 3, blur, mess up. But when it comes to real music, real live material, or, real studio tracks that were left off or something, then I'm going to pounce on those. But I have been turning down the instrumental versions of this or the demos of that type stuff. But because there's just so many of these coming out, so many of them. Unless they drop in price, then I might jump on them. So there you go. Quick and easy, 3 quick sale drops on Amazon.com. And that's it for this one today. Thanks for watching. Rock on and rock hard.